Going to be a really good game. I know that they had the bye week and played Houston really well, and they kind of figured some things out. And as I told people all week, same football team that was up 27-16 on us last year in the second half, minus their best player and their quarterback, and he's the straw that stirs the drink, and he's a terrific player, a terrific competitor. I honestly hate it to have somebody lose that football game, and I know how much it would have meant to KU, and I know how much it would have meant to Lance, and it's no secret, Lance and our friends. But hats off to our players of finding a way in the fourth quarter, of making a play. Romaine stripping it, Mott falling on it, us finding a way to get a couple of first downs because they were coming after our tail. And I'm going to tell you, the last month of watching Chris Tennant, I knew that was going in. I had no doubt in my mind. There was nobody on our sideline that had any doubt, because for 1 month that kid has just done nothing at practice but drill the football, and it was exciting for him to be able to do that, being a senior from Kansas. And then I was proud of the defense, and really hats off to Coach Klanderman, because he heated him up right after that on that last series. We were not going to sit there and just let them take it because of their great wide receivers and the quarterback. We had to get him off his spot, and we were able to do that. So really good win.
What exactly did you change to get that pressure?
Just brought it all and said, we're going to play man, and we're going to bring it and get him at least hurried up. And the first couple times we did it, we were bringing it off the weak side because that's where they had the protection issues. Had one normal cover two that they got 4 or 5 yards and then heated them up again. And I didn't see how close they were when he scrambled out. I was afraid because our boundary pressure, and he escaped to the field. And so I don't know how close it was. I just know that I think VJ maybe caught him from behind. And both teams were gassed, and so big play by VJ.
And what was going on with you? Are you okay?
I think I am, buddy.
What was it? Dehydration?
I don't know. I've had some issues in the past, and just was really dizzy today. And thanks a ton to Matt Thomason and Scott Troush for helping me out and taking care of me. And my wife's going to just kick my butt when I get home. I know it. So I may stay up here for a while tonight.
Your team finding a way to win. I mean, let's be honest, KU kind of had that game won at one point, and you just kept hanging on.
Without a doubt. We missed opportunities. I think they missed opportunities. It was a game of who could make another play. The safety was such a critical moment for us to get that 2 points, because that was really the difference in the game. And I was proud of Avery being able to run the ball some. It was, both teams had very good offensive outputs. Both teams made some mistakes. And both teams, the quarterback made a mistake, but the quarterback's one of the one making all the plays. So you knew that sometimes you're going to make a mistake. You get great players like those two kids are, and Avery and Daniels, they're going to make a ton of plays and they're going to make a mistake. But that's why it's a team game. And I was proud of, at the end, offense, defense, and special teams came through.
Chris, why do you think this has been such a good year for your kicker?
Confidence and having Simon kick off. I think that has alleviated some stress on his leg. And he's very comfortable in kicking the ball. And when you get into a rhythm like he's into, and all of a sudden you just see that thing splitting the uprights, and it's confidence. It's fun to see.
What do you think opened up the rushing game for you guys in the second half?
Maybe catching them in a couple blitzes. The big difference from last week to this week is they blitzed us out of some run game, but we did hit a couple of big ones. I know Dylan had one, and I know DJ had one, and then Avery popped one. We've got to find ways to crease some people when they are blitzing us, because that's kind of the MO right now. In the same respect, I like the way we're throwing the football. But we were able to finally get a couple of seams, and we've got some kids that can hit them. Dylan and DJ can really hit it when they go.
Yeah, did you envision Dylan Edwards having that kind of game tonight?
Absolutely, and we needed him to have that kind of game. And it's fun because you get him out in the perimeter, and it's a tough matchup for a linebacker. And then he split the one, and he gets it going, man. He can roll.
How would you assess the play of the offensive line? It seemed like some pressure at times, and
Yeah,
running game.
But your 72 plays for almost 500 yards. We did some really good things, and I know that Rouse is probably really excited about some of the things we did, and maybe disappointed in some of the things we did. But I could say that about every position we had. How about two really good football teams play each other? And both teams got a lot of scholarship players, and they're all and those scholarship players played well. The walk-ons played well. This is a dang good football game between two really good teams.
I know the defense struggled at times, but when you guys needed them to make plays, they came up with 2 big turnovers. What does it say about this team's resolve and mindset that, when you guys need plays on defense, they can come up with plays?
I thought Siegel made a critical play at the end of the first half to keep him out of the end zone, and then the strip and just those guys staying in the fight. I think all positions, both sides of the ball, we stayed in the fight for 4 quarters.
Let's go 2 more, guys.
They're in the situation where you had the sack there on the second to last drive, and you had 2nd and 20. Were you playing in 4-down territory the whole time there?
We were, and I didn't see what happened. I know that the kid beat DJ on the edge, and whether or not we could have stepped up outside, maybe he didn't get a good chip on him. It happened so fast, but that was disappointing. That's why we ran the ball to try to get it to a 4th and manageable. And shoot, we had a chance on 4th down. We almost made the play. But okay, it didn't happen. Now let's get back out and make a stop. And I was going to use my timeouts quickly to try to give us as much time as we could.
Coach, I just want to ask in closing, how about the environment tonight?
Phenomenal. I knew it was going to be one of the best environments in my 6 years here, and I told the kids that on Monday. I told them to be where their feet are. I told them to enjoy this because this is what these kids built. These kids built over the last 6 years, these 5- and 6-year guys, that's what they built, is an environment like this. How many sellouts in a row? 18, I think. It's a credit to our football team and our players that the fans show up and cheer for those guys. And we got a bunch of really good kids as well that are fun to cheer for.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.